good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you split. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jebb here, and in today's video we have a ton of news coming out about Ethereum and some new updates coming to Ethereum having to do with the London fork and having to do with EIP 1559. There is an entirely new fee structure coming to your favorite proof of work, decentralized application protocol Ethereum. We're going to be talking about all of that, and we're also going to be covering 3 reasons why Charles Hoskinson, founder of the ADA project, thinks that Cardano is going to absolutely destroy Ethereum, and it's going to take over. We're going to be doing technical analysis on Ethereum and Cardano. We have a lot to talk about in today's live stream, and I can't wait to jump into it. I am joined, as always, by my co-host and your president, Kinda Crypto Tim. How you doing, Tim?
I was right all week. All freaking week. I did my TA. It was on track. It was going. And some goobers out there freaking screwed the price up of all 3 this morning.
It was me. I sold, and the price dropped, yeah. Yeah. So, Tim, what happened?
I don't know what happened. I did the TA. I did a good job on it, too. Usually when I've won in the past, it was off of feeling. And Jebb's TA was just a little off, and I get the win. This week, I freaking did the TA, and he had a feeling, and he gets the win. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. I thought that I let my name down. I was supposed to be Kinda Crypto Tim, and this was going to be my week to really, really shine there. But I did get a new hat for you guys.
He did get a new hat. You know, Tim, I saw a video that I think perfectly illustrates the situation here. It was this video where this new boxer walks into a boxing gym, and he challenged the head coach to a boxing match, and he was talking all kinds of mad crap. And then he got knocked out. I don't know what relation that has, but I'm just saying it was something I saw on the YouTube recommended yesterday. Anyway, we're also joined by our producer, Smay. That was really mean. I was just trying to be funny. Oh my gosh. We love our Kinda Crypto Tim. We're also joined, as always, by your one and only Smangatan. How you doing, Smay?
I'm doing good.
You doing good?
Yeah, I just said.
What the heck? Okay, cool. He's doing good. Let's go over those price predictions, Tim.
No.
No.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
I'm
afraid we have to.
Can we just go over them at the end of the show so I have a little more grieving time, please?
It's the best practice.
The best practice is say we have to do them at the beginning.
Also, guys, I'm going to make this very awkward and obvious. If the camera's a little too zoomed in.
To Jebb? Yeah. Oh, nice.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Someone says, Smay, wake up. Yeah, Smay, come on, wake up.
I'm awake.
Did I get my hairs cut? Yeah, all million of them.
So, Bitcoin is not sitting at 42,000. In fact, it's not even sitting at the 40,000 that Jebb said, but it is above the $35,000 line that would have put it maybe closer to Smay. So Jebb wins in Bitcoin. Gosh.
Someone said the beard is devastated.
I did everything. You know when you do everything right?
Yeah, it happens.
And you know.
Someone said, sorry, Tim, only 3 touchdowns today.
Not even. I think this might be negative.
He fumbled, guys.
This is what happens when I
fumbled,
let
guys.
Tom Brady go speak a consensus instead of me. That's. All right. On Ethereum, it is no longer above 2,800. Did not get down to 1,900 as May predicted, but Jebb's pretty dead on with
I'm
this one at
almost perfectly on the
2,600.
dot
That
on
is
that
a
one.
good win.
25.88.
Good there, even though it was not there the whole week, and I was. Anyway,
It is unfortunate.
Cardano dropped back below 180.
Someone said loser shaves beard.
No, that's not the truth. It didn't get down to $1 like Smay thinks, and it didn't get down to $1.35, but I needed to get it back above 157 for me to get the W there, but it didn't do it. It stopped at 156 this morning.
Yeah.
So that's it. Jebb wins. Here you go.
I will take the trophy.
This is supposed to be mine.
Thank you very much. Ooh, this
Oh
is
my
nice.
gosh.
This is the first time I've actually held this. Tim was the one that
Oh,
introduced
gosh.
it. Man. Have we got that video coming out to Instagram showing this thing off?
I don't know.
Man.
I'm in depression.
This is
so.
glorious. Look at that. Thanos fist. Guys, I am very honored to be the first winner of the HODL trophy. We will be doing more price predictions coming up in future episodes, so make sure you hit that like button if you're enjoying this episode so far, and subscribe to the channel for more content, guys. We have some technical analysis that we need to jump on into, so let's go ahead and start on the Ethereum chart. Ethereum, just like Bitcoin, has been in a major downtrend over the last couple of weeks. It rallied all the way up to $4,450 before pulling back 60% in 11 days. What we've been doing recently, however, is very important for the Bitcoin price. Excuse me, in this case for the Ethereum price. Over the course of 3 days, Ethereum rallied 65%. The reason that is significant is because Ethereum rallying 65% in 3 days goes to show you that even though we've had a large amount of bearish price action going on, Ethereum is still a strong cryptocurrency and the price is still moving to the upside with vigor when it decides to do so. One thing we have to pay attention to, however, is that Ethereum has actually topped out on the 50 daily simple moving average and found resistance there. We also have a flat level of resistance coming in right here at $2,950 and also right up here at $3,000. $3,000 being a big even, and this $2,950 level coming from this candlestick right here and from our touches up here. This means that we have a well-established zone of resistance on Ethereum, and that zone of resistance is what Ethereum now needs to break through. The good news for anyone holding Ethereum is that it looks like this cryptocurrency is starting to build an inverse head and shoulders pattern with a left shoulder here, a middle head right here, and a right shoulder here. You can even see Ethereum is attempting to bounce and rally off of the 54-hourly simple moving average and use it as support. Over the last 4 hours, we have put into effect a bullish engulfing candlestick. Now, that's not going to close for another several hours, but if that does close with a bullish engulfing candlestick, anyone in a long trade may be looking for some profit because we could rally from where we are right now all the way back up to $3,000 before the day is out. Would be very unfortunate timing if that is to happen for Tim. That's sad. Guys, also on the daily chart, we can see that the MACD is about to cross bullish. And by the way, I'm not gloating, Tim. I'm just saying. I'm sorry.
I'm not even mad at you, Jebb. I'm mad at every other Bitcoin holder and Cardano and Ethereum.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure there's mass manipulation.
We have a
against
team
him.
of whales that even you don't know about.
Watch the show. We have a bigger audience.
Yeah,
than
we
think.
have a team of whales, and you don't even know about them. Yeah, but they dumped the price because they wanted me to win. Just how it goes sometimes. But we also have an inverse head and shoulders pattern going on Ethereum. We have that level and resistance zone of $2,950 to $3,000, and we also have a bullish MACD cross more than likely coming in on Ethereum. Now, Ethereum's rally has slowed down over the last 2 days. You can see it has been pulling to the downside for 48 hours now. We want to see that continue to rally to the upside because this MACD cross is now in jeopardy. Notice how the MACD histogram is starting to slow down on its convergence, and it might be about to reverse and start going into divergent patterns again. If we want to see a rally on Ethereum, we're going to first need to see a small uptick on Ethereum's price, which could then lead to an Ethereum MACD cross, which could then lead to an uptrend. That is kind of the order that we're going to want to see this happen in. One thing I also want to talk about is the fact that the volume was much higher a week ago than it is right now. We have seen across the board viewership on YouTube go down. We've seen search traffic go down. We've seen the price go down. We've seen the volume go down. We've seen general interest in the cryptocurrency space decline over the last 2 to 3 weeks as people have been taking money out of the market because they're getting fearful. A lot of that weak hands that were in the cryptocurrency market are now leaving, and that is leaving us with a slightly lower floor than we had before. We need to start seeing some more volume coming back into the cryptocurrency space. We want to see more inflows of valuation coming into this ecosystem. If not, we probably will stay rejecting at $3,000 on Ethereum and pull back to a current level of support sitting at $2,000. All of this to say that Ethereum is in a decision moment in the same way the rest of the cryptocurrency market is. We saw that we 9-flashed on Ethereum. We see that we have long lower shadows on these 4 candlesticks, indicating that we should move to the upside. The question is $3,000 that top? Where will we bounce? And if so, how far will we rally? All of that we're going to be discussing today from a fundamental and a technical standpoint. In my personal opinion, right now, Ethereum and Bitcoin and the rest of the markets are in what I would call a holding pattern. We simply don't have a lot of information to say that it's going to go to the upside or that it's going to go to the downside. Now, that's not the most popular opinion because everybody wants to hear, oh, it's either going to crash and burn and boom and bang, or people want to hear that it's going to go to the moon and it's going to jump on a rocket ship and I'm going to be rich in 2 days. But at the end of the day, reality is always going to be somewhere in between those two extremes. And right now, we're seeing a very good example of that, where Ethereum is just simply waiting confirmation. We want to see Ethereum breaking that $3,000 or breaking that $2,000. And until then, we're simply in sideways movement, and we don't want to get too exuberant in either direction about bullish or bearishness. So let's go to full screen and let's discuss this. What do you guys think in chat is going to happen next to Ethereum? We're about to talk about EIP 1559, the new fee structures that are coming to it, how there's going to be now burning of Ethereum that could lower the supply, which will help with its supply side economics going into the distant future. We're going to talk about all that here in a second, but let's see what's going on in chat.
I just need to say something real quick, guys.
Sure.
You think Tim is down bad? I'll tell you this, guys, right now. I had a bunch of shares of AMC when it was at like $8. Now it's just pumped all the way to $36. This is why you hodl, guys. You hodl everything you invest in, guys. Everything.
That's not necessarily good advice.
The thing is, and I've seen people say this, like, here's the thing. I saw someone say this, like, TA works until it doesn't. That's the definition of a fact. It does work, but it was so solid. And we said this when we first started doing this game. The hardest part of this game is pinpointing because who cares? Because I was winning all week. Like, who cares about the rest of the week? It matters what it looks like Friday at 9:30. So I'm not mad at the TA. I did my job. TA did its job. I'm mad at the rules of the game that I created, I think. I think
you're the one that made this game. Yeah, I think you actually came up with this game. I really
just wanted to hold the... I think you're right. I think that we're going to get through 11 o'clock and that Bitcoin futures is going to expire and we're going to see maybe a little volatility there and it's going to bounce back up because people are going to buy the dip. Someone said here, like, hey, take your wins, go buy the dip. Yeah, no, I'll buy the dip. I'm not worried about my money. I'm worried about that trophy that I was so close to. And it's not mine for at least another week. Well,
Tim, I think you can get it back next week because I won't even be here next week. Yeah. That's an announcement that we need to make, is that I'm going to be gone next week, and I am going to be in Tennessee. We're going to be doing a video explaining that a little bit more later on today, but just so you guys know, I'm going to be off the radar, so apologies about that, but we've been going really hard here for the last 6 months. A lot of really amazing content is about to come out over the next couple of months. We have some big launches coming for you guys, so don't worry. I want you to know that when we're gone, we're coming back with a bigger fervor than we ever have been, but we still have a show to get through, so let's go ahead and do it. Let's read a couple of these super chats. Yeah. We have just a few. Tim, if you want to read just a couple of them, we can leave the majority of them for the end of the stream. Real quick before we do that, though, if you haven't already, smash the like button on this live stream. Let's see if we can't get to 500 likes really quickly here. I would very much appreciate it if you would do that.
Yeah, Dan S. sums it up pretty perfectly before we get to super chat. He said, Crypto Beard, it's just like fantasy football. Could care less about the money, just want the trophy. Exactly.
That's true.
Like, I believe in the money. I'm a hodler. I mean, I'm doing some day trading.
Throw money, not flowers, as they say, right?
But I wanted the trophy.
Yeah.
It's a nice trophy.
It is a nice trophy.
But, all right, super chats. Here we go. Some of them are painful because I've read some of them already. Josh V says, do you always wait for a breakout or do you sometimes buy at the bottom of bullish patterns?
So buying the dip is a very difficult thing to do because you don't know it's the bottom until it's the bottom, right? So what you can end up doing is catching a falling knife, which is what people say, is that you catch the falling knife and then you lost your hand, or in this case, your portfolio, because you tried to catch a falling knife. It's like, here, let's see if I have a knife here, and I just go,
demonstrate.
I just go, bop.
Hey,
you know,
ooh.
that's not very safe. You probably shouldn't do that. Don't try this at home, kids. Whenever you do that, you put yourself in danger. I wouldn't personally do that other than to make an example. You see what I'm saying there? So trying to buy the bottom is a very difficult thing. That is why we wait for that breakout confirmation. Bullish MACD crosses are good examples of breakout confirmation. Breaking above support and resistance levels are good examples of breakout confirmation. Having a TD sequential bottoming out on 9 flash is a good example of breakout confirmation. Hitting strong support is another good example. Seeing volume on the bottom, these are good examples. This is an entire concept that I'm going to be breaking down in future course material called confirmation. It's really a good idea to wait for. You will be thankful you did, even if you lose out on maybe a tenth of your gains.
Real quick, there's a good question asked. This was not a super chat, but Chaz asked Jebb and team. He says Jeeb and team. Jeeb. But with all that is going on, do you still believe that we will follow history and that the bull cycle goes until the end of the year?
Oh, gosh. Do we think that we will still follow history and the bull cycle will go to the end of the year? I think so. I think we're on track for hitting over $100,000 this year on Bitcoin. And quite frankly, I think all of the institutions are expecting the same thing. We're seeing tons of institutional activity going on right now, which, by the way, you can see it with one of our sponsors. It's called Lux Algo. It's an indicator pack. You can find a link in the description. But I think that we are going to see massive increases in the price action of cryptocurrencies across the board, because even though it looks like we've seen a hype cycle over the last 6 months, I don't think we've even come close to what's possible.
Yeah.
A lot of people have heard about Bitcoin now, but not that many people, compared to how many people can, have actually gotten super excited about it.
This isn't my opinion because I haven't been in the game long enough to have a firm opinion on it. So this is just repeating what I've seen a lot from people who have been in a while. There's actually a lot of speculation this bull cycle could go all the way into next summer. From a lot of people who have been here for a while. So this, I think, from what I've seen, again, this is kind of Crypto Tim, not fully Crypto Tim yet, but this cycle is doing something similar and something's completely different than any other cycle before. So keep an eye on what's happening there. But
can I answer this question real quick? Because this is the second time this. I was not here when Jebb was on around the blockchain. That was not me. I was not.
There
here.
was some background noise that was not on my end. That was one of the other people. That
I was saying I was not here, and he's like, "I heard you laughing, not cool."
It wasn't
like,
smack.
I wasn't
we
even
would
here.
not be that unprofessional.
We would never be that unprofessional, sure.
All right.
Goodness.
All right.
Um,
Let's go ahead and jump into some things
you don't
about.
want any more super chats? You
Let's
good?
go ahead and hold off for a
Good.
second. Let's jump back into our points on Ethereum here. And by the way, someone asked what kind of knife this is. It's a buck. They make great knives. Here's the deal, guys. We have some interesting updates coming about EIP 1559. Some of this isn't really news, but we want to bring this to your attention. Let's go ahead and jump onto my screen here. We're going to talk about a new base fee structure that's coming to EIP 1559. This is going to be really interesting for any of you that are interested in the development of Ethereum. If you're holding Ethereum, you need to be paying attention to news like this, because at the end of the day, these kind of fundamentals are what drive long-term price action, and especially the appreciation and the increase of that price of Ethereum. So let's go ahead and read on here. This is interesting. EIP 1559 will introduce an algorithmically computed price per unit of gas called the base fee. Transaction senders will be required to pay the base fee in order for the transaction to be included in a block. Okay, nothing crazy there. That's how most blockchains work. You pay some kind of fee to be able to send a transaction. Cool. Here's the update. The base fee will be a function of the preceding block. So let's say the fee is 10 whatever. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say the base fee of the previous block is 10 and increases or decreases depending on the block's fullness. So if the block is really, really full, 10 becomes 12. So the fee goes up because the block was very full. It's an auto-regulating system. If the preceding block was larger than the target block, i.e. more than 50% full, the base fee increases. So if it was at 90% capacity, the base fee was 10, it's probably going to go up to 11 or 12 because the block was very full. Like I said, it's that auto-regulating system that is going to keep that base fee somewhere that will match the supply and demand. It's a way of introducing economics into the fee structure. This escalating base fee will eventually make it too expensive for some users to transact, reducing congestion and causing block fullness to fall back towards 50%. That's the same thing as going into a capitalistic market, starting off by pricing your Snickers bar at 50 cents, and then you price it at 60 cents and 70 cents and 80 cents, and then, oop, we went too far. We're making less money at 80 cents than we were at 70 cents. Let's go back down to 70 cents because that's where we're the most profitable. This is simply the same thing. It's economics auto-regulating the fee structure of this system. It's really interesting. Conversely, if blocks are below the target of 50% full, the base fee decreases, making it cheaper to send transactions. So that's where that nature of auto-regulation comes in. The base fee will effectively automate the gas fee bidding structure instead of relying on recommended gas prices based on estimations of current gas prices. The base fee will be computed by the protocol itself. That's the key point here. The base fee will be computed by the protocol itself. Additionally, instead of getting paid to miners, the base fee will get burned. And this is a very important thing when it comes to the supply side economics of the supply side economics of Ethereum's price action. Additionally, instead of getting paid to miners, the base fee will get burned. Burning fees will permanently remove them from supply, effectively decreasing overall Ethereum supply. This will be good for the Ethereum supply economics since it will effectively decrease ETH supply inflation. It could even potentially make Ethereum a deflationary currency if the fees become high enough due to network congestion. The following chart shows Ethereum's current supply compared to the supply if all transaction fees were burned, a total of about 3 million Ethereum. This is an oversimplification of what will happen once EIP 1559 is enacted, since only the base fees will be burned and not the tip. The tip is extra that you can put on there to get pushed ahead in the auction system, but it gives an idea of how supply inflation will slow after the launch of EIP 1559. You can see this chart right here showing what will happen to supply if those fees start to get burned, if this was implemented back in July of 2017. So let's go to full screen. Let's discuss this. This is a very interesting update that's coming with the EIP 1559, and you really have to look at this through a lens of what's going on in the broader Ethereum space. Right now, Ethereum is attempting to move over to something called Ethereum 2.0. They're trying to launch Ethereum 2.0, which will transition Ethereum from a proof-of-work blockchain to a proof-of-stake blockchain. I mentioned this on Around the Blockchain on Tuesday, where someone asked, I think TJ asked the question, what is the difference between proof of stake and proof of work? I didn't go into it on the stream because I wanted to be brief, but essentially the difference between proof of work and proof of stake, not getting into the blockchain development side of it, is proof of work is specifically designed for currencies that don't need to have high transactional throughput, but need to have very high decentralization and security. Proof of stake is designed where the emphasis is not so much on security and decentralization, although those things are important still, but the emphasis, however, is on the back of transactional throughput, the capacity of that blockchain. So that is what Ethereum is trying to do, is trying to move from proof of work to proof of stake so that all of these decentralized applications that live on Ethereum can more efficiently be transacted through its blockchain. One of the updates that is helping to move Ethereum in that direction is EIP 1559. This is not going to necessarily make fees cheaper. In fact, this might even lend fees being higher. I can't guarantee that that's going to happen, but it might do it if there's more transactions and more people trying to send transactions through the Ethereum blockchain. What this does is it gives a much better way of predicting the fee structure of Ethereum, where you're going to have a much better understanding of where the fees are and where the fees are going and be able to predict it into the future. And this is going to mean that Ethereum all of a sudden starts to become a deflationary currency, or at least a currency where its inflation is slowed down in the same way that Bitcoin halvings slow the inflation of Bitcoin as these fees are being burned. Remember, guys, Ethereum does not have a hard cap on it right now, the same way that Bitcoin and Cardano does. So this is a very interesting development that could help to cause Ethereum supply side economics to mirror those of Bitcoin, potentially making it into a limited supply currency depending on how much Ethereum is being burned through these gas fees. It's very, very important for the development of the network. Let's go ahead and discuss this, because this is potentially one of the bigger updates that we're seeing come to Ethereum. And Tim, I'd love to hear your take on what all this means for the future of Ethereum.
I mean, this is a lot. And again, like, we have a lot to see. Someone just asked the question. I've actually seen it a couple times. So, you know, I'm responding to Chaz. Chaz wasn't the first one who asked this. Someone else asked this. But they said, what's going to happen to Matic when Ethereum 2.0 is rolled out? Matic, and I don't know every little detail about the fundamentals, but I do know it was solved or created as a
it's a layer 2 scalability solution for Ethereum.
So the question is, yes, the point of ETH 2.0 is to make Ethereum more scalable. So will there be a need for Matic? We shall see. One of the questions is, we still aren't really 100% certain when 2.0 will come out. We were talking about it right before the stream. Like, I think originally it was said to be coming out in 2020. Then it got postponed to early 2021. Now we're hearing like somewhere between October to December. Realistically, I think we should push it farther to the summer of 2022, just knowing how that has gone. But this is pretty big because, you know, when I was talking with Dasa this morning about this, this is first of all, we were really confused on if EIP 1559, if it would even get passed by the miners. It looks like the miners reluctantly are coming around and saying, you know what? Yeah, let's go ahead. This works. But then there was this whole thing like, oh, it's going to be so great for gas fees. And Vitalik came out saying, well, I mean, it'll help at first. It's not going to help long term because, as Jebb was reading, the way the price is going to work is as it goes on and on and on and on, the price will continue to rise because the blockchains will get larger and more expensive. But we're going to talk about an even more interesting idea coming from old Charles Hoskinson here in a little bit. We'll see. Again, this is a wait and see game. I am bullish on Ethereum still, though. Personal opinion, I believe that Ethereum is still going very high. Will it flip Bitcoin? No, I do not think so. But will it be amazing? And will it flip maybe other things? Like will it outgrow gold itself? And will it have a massive market cap? Will it market cap go over 1 trillion? Absolutely. I think it will. But we have a lot to do and a lot to see before we say anything for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Look, we have a lot we need to break down here. We've already gone over everything on Ethereum. I want to hear your takes on this in the chat and also in the comment section. But let's go ahead and move on to an article from Charles Hoskinson giving us 3 reasons why he thinks that his cryptocurrency is better than Ethereum. Let's jump onto my screen here. Charles Hoskinson, founder of Cardano, lists 3 reasons why Cardano is better than Ethereum. Number 1, let's see it here. Where is it? There we go. First, Ethereum can only process smart contracts, while the rival Cardano can do that with governance and with compliance. Those are very important facts. Hoskinson added that his project could operate with metadata and also with automated regulation. Moreover, he concluded that Cardano was created to bring identity to the blockchain system. I mentioned this on Around the Blockchain a couple of days ago about how one of the major implications of blockchain technology that is not really being talked about by anyone outside of the spheres of Cardano is the idea of decentralized identification. Right now, you need to understand most people in the world, more than 50% of people in the world, do not have a strong identification system to prove who they are. If you can't do that, then you can't take loans, you can't buy houses, you can't open credit cards, you can't have a social security number, and you can't really have a life. You can't found a business. You need to be able to identify who you are. And this is what Cardano was trying to do, especially in poorer regions of the world. He says that Cardano was built to bring identity to the blockchain system, and it has a specific use case, which is really his second point. Second, Cardano was built as a collection of protocols that could offer economic support to billions of people, specifically in poorer regions. Ethiopia, Tanzania, and Georgia are examples where the network cooperated with local governments to benefit their citizenry. In comparison, he mentioned that Ethereum has never done something similar. He says, we've already started deploying ADA's system in Ethiopia for 5 million students. This is something that we talked about when the Cardano Africa special came out a few weeks ago. They are now moving into the decentralized identification space in Ethiopia so that high school students will be able to have school records that are able to identify who they are and how their grades and how their performances are doing so that they can use that to go on to higher education. Very, very good. Third, Hoskinson opined that Ethereum has a very confusing structure and the upcoming ETH 2.0 release will lead to the demise of the entire network, in his words. First of all, Ethereum is killing itself. They're replacing Ethereum with Ethereum 2.0. In the end, Ethereum 2.0 will kill Ethereum 1.0. After denouncing Ethereum's capabilities, Hoskinson also commented on the controversy with Bitcoin's environmental issues. He compared the required energy usage to the clear-cutting of forests in Europe in the 19th century. He added that most Bitcoin supporters don't care about this fact, and their main goal is to keep the asset's reputation on the world's digital gold. Guys, Hoskinson coming out of nowhere like the Tasmanian devil, ripping apart the top 2 cryptocurrencies on Bitcoin and Ethereum. Yeah. I don't necessarily share all of his views here about the thing that Cardano is going to flip Ethereum. That's possible. I don't think it's a clear-cut situation. And also, we've talked enough about how the whole environmental concern on Bitcoin is a moot point. But I want to hear your take on this. And Tim, and actually Smay, I want to hear both of your takes on what do you think Hoskinson is thinking? Why is he being so bold all of a sudden? Because he hasn't always been this bold in claiming that Cardano is going to take over Ethereum. What are your thoughts on this?
You know, in recent videos, I have been it's pointed out that sometimes it feels like I'm mean to Smay. That's not true. I love Smay. And so you know what? Smay and I are forming an alliance starting next week. So in light of that alliance, Smay, I want you to say your opinion first.
Okay, but I'm going to leave the camera on you just in case.
Okay, that's good.
So my opinion is that I think Cardano good, Ethereum somewhat good, and that the thing is, guys, I think Charles Hoskinson is very brilliant, but I think he's a little arrogant. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not a bad take. Overall, I'm trying to really form my opinion because, like, I think there's room for both of them. I think there's some wisdom to what Charles is saying. I guess I kind of understand what you're saying. My take on Charles, though, what I think is interesting is he's been involved with, now this one I don't know to what capacity and how long, but he was involved with Bitcoin's team, and he left
Bitcoin
there.
or Ethereum's team?
Bitcoin.
Oh.
So he actually was where was I reading? He was on the team, obviously not founding it. That wasn't part of what he did, but on the team that helps update it. And
One of the open source developers, yeah.
Yeah, so he was with Bitcoin. He left. He literally said, this is not going to solve what I feel like the world needs, right? So he left and went to Ethereum's team, and he was part of Ethereum's team, and he helped found. Now that one he did help create and found, and he said, you know what, this isn't exactly what I think needs to be happening. Let me leave and create something better. So we have a very brilliant man who is on a mission, and what I think we're seeing is I don't even think that there is the same mission happening between the three of them. I think there's room for all three of them to coexist because they're actually trying to accomplish different things. It's an interesting take, and I will keep my eye on his hypothesis that ETH 2.0 would kill Ethereum altogether. I don't know if I fully agree with him, but it is interesting, and I don't know enough to say he for sure is wrong. He for sure is a much wiser man than me. So keep an eye on that, but my reality is I think there's room for all three.
Yeah.
Bitcoin is solving the money crisis. Ethereum is a first mover advantage and is just really, really high with the NFTs and everything. And then Cardano is really solving a lot of problems where, I love their mission of banking the unbanked. And
yep.
giving money back to the people that have never really had a chance.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Someone said a tech billionaire being arrogant. What? That's pretty funny. Guys, let's go ahead and read a couple of super chats here, and then we're going to do some Cardano technical analysis in a little bit. We want to catch up on those?
Yeah, just so Dan knows, I'm no longer, because I am Team Smay now, no longer will fingers be wagged. He can talk as very much long as he likes.
What do you mean your Team Smay?
We're forming an alliance.
We're forming
Jebb.
an alliance.
That
Bro.
trophy is not going to be on your desk for that much longer.
Okay, we'll see how that goes.
Oh.
All right, super chats. So there was one question. This was a good question that was not a super chat, but I actually saw a couple of people asking me to ask you this question because they really want the answer.
Okay.
This is from Darren Bauer. He said, hey guys, if we happen to hit a bear market, would ETH and ADA still have the potential to go up with all the news that they have coming out? Or in a bear market, does the news not matter and everything just crashes? Great question. I've actually wondered that myself.
Well, so a bear market is simply a bear market is it's a movement that's called a primary movement in Dow theory. A bear market simply means lower highs and lower lows over an extended period of time. When news comes out, that doesn't necessarily mean when you're in a bear market, that doesn't necessarily mean that you can't go up. Like, there's plenty of times in a bear market where you're going to have rallies. The news coming out on Ethereum and Cardano very well may cause a rally in a bear market, but whether or not it's going to be able to reverse that bear market is an entirely different question. That's on a different order of scale because Bitcoin is the one that leads this market. Would Ethereum and Cardano, essentially what the question is can news cause Ethereum and Cardano to decouple from a Bitcoin? And I think the answer is no, because you got to realize the news is going to impact the fundamentals of Ethereum and Cardano, which is going to raise the underlying intrinsic value of Cardano, but that price doesn't always follow the underlying intrinsic value. It is going to follow Bitcoin and the underlying intrinsic value. So if Bitcoin's crashing for some reason, Cardano and Ethereum are going to follow it even if they feel like they want to go somewhere else. Let me put it this way. Let's say you got two kids, and they're following their mom around, and these two kids, they really want to go and get ice cream. Right? That's what they want to do. Their whole life has been leading up to this moment of them going and getting ice cream. But mommy says, no, we got to go to Walmart. And they're like, I don't want to go to Walmart. Walmart's stupid. I want to get ice cream. And mommy says, yeah, but there's ice cream in Walmart, you dummy. And they say, no, I want to go over here and get ice cream. They're going to follow their mother, even though they want to go and do this, right? So Ethereum and Cardano are going to follow Bitcoin, even if the news wants them to go up. So they might help to bring Bitcoin in the crypto market out of a bear market, but that doesn't mean that it will. It's going to take a lot to be able to reverse Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a freight train that weighs 1,000 tons. Slowing it down and changing its direction is not easy. You got to think about Bitcoin as a very large ship with a very small rudder. It's hard to change its direction. If it's already in a downtrend, it's already in a bear market, news on Ethereum and Cardano are going to be hard-pressed to change the direction of that big ship. So that's my take on that. It's a very good question, but yeah, hopefully that helps.
Yeah. let's get some other real quick. Just so people know, he was saying move the fist trophy. It is a Thanos glove. Can you turn it around so people can see? There are there's actually 6
Infinity coins.
infinity coins.
They're infinity coins.
They're our favorite.
Put it back on
coins.
me. Let me see it.
Yeah.
It's been on you. It's been on you.
It's on
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
All right, back to some super chats. Let's knock these
do
suckers out.
He called
All
you
right.
suckers. You hear that? That's why Team Tim loses.
Not the chat.
That's why Team Tim loses, because he
Okay,
starts calling
no,
donators
we're on an alliance.
losers.
No,
We're
that's
in an
not.
alliance.
Don't
Can
let
you
the-
believe
don't
this?
let the FUD
Can you
scare
believe
guys.
this?
That is not what was being
That's
communicated.
what you
No.
just said, though.
No. We're in
Jared
an
Dempsey says, "Do you like turtles?"
Yeah,
I love
I
turtles.
actually have pet turtles.
I don't know if was he supposed
like
to do it with the
turtles.
voice like the
I like
turtles.
I like that.
turtles.
I like turtles.
I
got the
I have
meme.
pet
I used to
turtles.
have 2 turtles. I had 2 turtles named Castor and Pollux when I was a kid.
I've never had
Tell
a
me in
turtle.
chat if you get what that's a reference to.
I
Tony,
have 3 turtles, and they're named after movie directors.
Is one of them blue, the other one red, and the other one green?
No, what?
I really wonder if turtles' lives were ruined in the making of Mario Kart. That's off topic.
yeah. All right. Tony Vu says, "Hey Jeb, can you confirm bear pennant on the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin?"
Yes, I can. Let's go ahead and look at Bitcoin really quickly.
You
I'll
say
take
yes, you confirm it, or yes, you'll look at it.
Yes, I will look at it.
Oh,
Let me
yes,
talk about
good
that.
clarification.
He's looking.
Good clarification. Yes, I will look at it. Bear pennant on Bitcoin's 4-hourly chart. I'm going to go ahead and clean my chart here. Bear pennant on the 4-hourly chart. Let's see here. I'm not exactly sure which bear pennant you're talking about, but I think that we can look at this right here. This is an interesting pattern. This is called a W bottom. You see this bottom going on right here, and it is also an inverse head and shoulders pattern. Whether or not that's the ugliest inverse head and shoulders pattern I've ever drawn, but nevertheless, this, yeah, you could argue this is a bear pennant with these bottoms right here. I see what you're saying if I get rid of this. This is another example of what I was talking about on Ethereum, guys. Right now, we're in a holding pattern. We need to see what's going to happen. We need to see if Bitcoin's going to break this downtrending level of resistance or this uptrending level of support. It really does come down to those questions. What does Bitcoin break? Is it a bear pennant? Yeah, kind of. But the question of where it's going to break is an entirely different one.
That's where I have not
full
gotten
screen.
to yet on CT2A. And so explain to me and to everyone else in chat who does not know what a bear pennant is exactly what that simplifies.
Yeah, sure. So a bear pennant is simply a triangle pattern that shows up in the middle of a trend. So if you have a downtrend and you have a downtrend and a triangle pattern shows up, what that looks like is a flag. Have you ever seen a flagpole with a triangular flag on it? That's essentially what we're talking about here. The flagpole is the rally. That's why you call it a flagpole in technical analysis. And the pennant is the flag. The flag, generally speaking, indicates that you were halfway through the trend that you entered that flag that you entered that flag with. So if you've gone down $10,000, then you enter a bear flag, it indicates that you should go down another $10,000. In this case, that would put Bitcoin's price target at like 25 grand. I don't think that's going to happen. The fundamentals don't support that thesis. Are we in one? Technically speaking, yes, we are. Are we going to follow it the same way that you usually follow it? I don't think so.
Okay, gotcha. Good to know. All right, next question. Great job on Around the Blockchain last night. That was from
Thank you.
Chad.
Saying that with an accent. Chad.
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 Thank you, Chad.
Chad. All right, Mike Goodman says, Tim looks like the kid that studied all week and failed the exam.
Dang.
That's
Oh,
true.
Yikes.
I do. I do look like that kid, and that's a pretty good analogy of what happened.
Around the block.
Dang.
Chad.
Matt C., our favorite contributor, says, when the student is ready, the master will appear. Stay strong, Tim. Master Jebb will light the way.
Oh.
Fair.
Well, they're just
That's
coming
fair.
for you today.
It's fair.
Dang.
I told you I read some of them and they were painful. Josh V said, what are your thoughts on the entering longs at retests after a breakout is confirmed from a bullish pattern?
Say that again. I was reading a chat.
What What are your thoughts on entering longs at a retest after a breakout is confirmed from a bullish pattern?
Okay, so I have to try and visualize this in my head.
I know this is a
Got it. Yeah, so here's the thing. You want to wait for confirmation. No matter what the question is about what the structure of the market looks like, wait for confirmation of a trend. You got to enter the trend first, and then you're going to be confirmed by something. Either you're going to be confirmed by breaking a moving average, or breaking a level of support or resistance, or having a MACD cross, or having volume come in a big way, or having a major amount of volatility come in a big way, or there's a big news story that comes in. You got to wait for confirmation. Whatever situation you're in, it doesn't really matter. The same concept of confirmation is very important. We're actually talking about making that a new video in the course, so make sure to look out for that. It's a good question, but yeah, there's literally the same answer to every single one of those questions.
nice. All right, let me see. What else we got? Corey Bates said, Smay, we need some Irish luck for tonight's game. Also, Jebb, you keep getting robbed on Around the Blockchain. That chat is very biased about the points. Jebb and I were talking about that last night. We're pretty sure. Ben, if you're watching this, you're great. Your show is great. Thank you for having Jebb on all the time. I've watched the chat. There's no way. If they were realistically giving the points, I think the scores would be like 450 to like 320 to like 109. Like it would be hundreds, not 18. You know, like I agree with you, Corey. Jeb, do you want anything you want to say about there? And Smade, do you want to chime in?
No, hey, look, whether or not they count the votes correctly, the point
That's
is
not the
is
point
that
of the show, yeah.
that's not the point of the show. The point of the show is to highlight smaller creators that his channel might not have seen before. So I think what Ben is doing over on Around the Blockchain is
It's
fantastic.
a great show, though.
It's a
Yeah.
great show.
I'm pretty
very
sure they
thankful.
rigged the points on the real, like, because I think it was based off of Around the on
Yeah.
the Horn or whatever.
Yeah.
Pretty sure they rigged that one.
Yeah,
too.
I'm pretty sure that I'm not pretty sure. I'm almost certain that the points are rigged. But again, that's not the point. That's completely fine.
Smate. Any thought about the Celtics tonight?
Yeah.
They're definitely needing some luck.
Irish luck.
Okay. What
Do we get any cereal?
What? I don't know. I'm just excited. I think that we're gonna win in 6.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool.
Real quick, I'm going to answer a question someone asked about Tim Tebow on the Jags. Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes.
I love it. That's all I'm going to say. We'll talk about it later, actually. Probably not on today's show, in a different stream when it's... You'll see.
When it is relevant.
Enoch Shosh said, Jeb, will you be attending the Cardano... Oh, I did not know this word. Gogin Summit. For anyone who knows the pronunciation of that. Summit in September.
Guggen.
That's a fun one. Goguen.
Guggen.
I don't know how you pronounce that, but...
I was not aware that this was happening, so I can't give you an answer on that right now. But we will look into it.
We will
I
probably
want to
know a
start
little
going to
closer to
events.
September.
Yeah, we
potentially.
probably know.
Yeah. All right.
Guys, we're super informed over here. You don't know this. You don't understand.
Old Chad said, thank you for all the hard work and helping me learn to think for myself. I'm thoroughly enjoying CD2A. Any way to gift another copy to a friend? ?
Yes, that is something that we can do. If you send us an email at support@cryptojebb.com, then our customer service team will get back to you as quickly as possible, and that is something that we should be able to do. I don't think we've ever done that, but if they give you any flack, which they shouldn't, send them the clip of this video. We are more than welcome. We're more than happy to do that. In fact, we have some new products coming out relatively soon in the next few months, and that might be a feature that we're talking about doing. So yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, someone, okay, I think is someone saying Gogin? Is it pronounced Gogin?
Guggen, so
No
Gogin?
Guggen.
Oh, no, they're not even agreeing in chat.
It's Guggen.
We don't have a shot.
Guggenheim.
Guggen.
All right. Thoughts on Convergence Finance, or CONV?
Never heard of it.
Probably not going to have a thought. Yeah, sorry about that, Nemo6. That's not how you spell Nemo, but Nemo69. Don't know if that has to do with
Someone
something
said,
else.
what does the wood on the wall smell like behind you?
Smells like sweat.
Smells like a wall.
Smells like wood.
Smells
Smells like
like
wood.
All right. ETH has successful. This is from Shna Jun. No vowels. ETH has a successful experiment from first. Stop. ETH has a successful experiment from first mover advantage. Newer tech always beats the old. Here comes ADA. ETH is an okay. So you're saying Jun that ETH had its time, I think, and that Cardano's going to win. You agree with old Charles Hoskinson?
I have no idea what that question was.
Again, I'm bringing it to heart. ETH is a successful experiment from first mover advantage.
Okay.
Period.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Newer tech always beats the old. Here comes Cardano.
Wait.
Okay.
So he is saying Cardano will beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Someone said, lol, thanks for sniffing the wall for me. It's important knowledge.
Yeah. And I try to give you guys what you want. You know?
We're doing it.
I'm just still depressed from the freaking
Someone said, breaking news, Sailor bought Tesla and paid in Dogecoin.
Oh my gosh. All right. Kenneth
Wow, that would've-
Gardner,
that
last
was
super
like
chat that I see.
funny
Kenneth
joke.
Gardner says 2.1 thousand watching, only 500 likes. Come on, people. Hit
Come
the
on.
like. What is it now? Yeah, we're pretty much darn close. We're at 600,
Yeah.
but that's still not a great average. I think we need to get a little closer to 2,100 likes. Would be a good number. To
I
hit.
can try something.
Yeah,
I can
try that.
something.
Let's see it.
Bippity boppity boo. Like the stream.
Oh, wow. You hear that? Like the
See, I
stream,
think that
guys.
worked.
Let's do it. Smash that like button. And by the way, if you haven't already, we're normally a little less goofy today. It is Friday after all. So hit that subscribe button if you would like more content here, because we are talking about Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, blockchain technology, news, coverage, opinions, all of that, technical analysis too. Almost forgot the most important part. Every single day here on this channel. So make sure you subscribe for more content. It's totally free and doesn't cost you a thing.
We just got another super chat from Josh Haynes, and I have not read it fully, but I see some words in it that I think
Yes.
are going to hurt my feelings. Jebb, let's hold that trophy one more time just to show Tim and Smay who the man is. Cut the beard, chop the tree.
Heck yeah.
Josh has been trash talking me for a while. You know, Josh, we love you, but you are not invited to the Smay and Tim alliance.
Yeah. You know what's funny is they don't realize I'm the one who controls the camera, so I can choose if they see it or not.
Yeah, that's.
I think this is made out of cedar. This trophy smells really good.
Oh my
Have you
gosh.
smelled this trophy?
Yeah, it's
I think it's made out of cedar.
Probably better than the wall. You know,
It smells better than the wall.
John, Greg, just messaging. These are my bosses. What did I do? It's a great question, Greg.
Greg,
you have been
where's
duped heavily.
Wait, I don't see Greg's chat.
Greg,
Where
yeah,
is
he just said I don't know what I'm doing here.
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Guys, just real quick, I'm seeing this a lot.
Yes.
Apollo FinTech is a scam, guys. I researched this. Stop talking about it, please.
Yes.
Save yourself. It is a actual scam, not like a Dogecoin scam. Like
No,
it's
it's
a
like
real,
literally,
legit
it is literally a
scam.
legitimate scam.
I'm gonna tell you guys. Do your research. Look up the CEO of Apollo FinTech. You will laugh. He is a scammer.
Yep. Well, guys, that's all we got time for today. Before we go, though, I do just want to encourage you to make sure to sign up for our newsletter. It's totally free. You can find the link for that in the description box down below. We got a ton of great content coming out for that. The first one comes out today, straight to your inbox, and you will be glad that you signed up for it. Like I said, it's totally free. Check that out. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CryptoJebb, and you can follow our new TikTok at CryptoJebbOfficial over on TikTok itself. And by the way,
We have a couple announcements actually.
We have a couple of announcements, yeah.
So first of all, Monday is we actually debated whether or not we were going to do stuff on Monday, but in light of Jebb going to take a much needed vacation, we are not going to be having a show on Monday, which is Memorial Day, right?
yes,
Memorial
I believe
Day.
it is.
Sometimes I mix up my holidays. I think it's Memorial Day, so even if you're on our staff, we're going to take Memorial Day off. But then on Tuesday, Smay and I will be in. Jebb may not be, but look for a special message from Jebb because he will leave little Easter eggs for you guys.
I will.
But Smay and I are going to be taking over, so it will not just be a Tim takeover, it will be a Smay and Tim takeover.
Yeah, and I don't have any dentist appointments, so we're good.
And I'm trying to get Greg to come on the show.
Should
Make
you-
sure you let us know in chat if you
I have a
want
name
Greg.
for your alliance.
You don't get to vote on the
The
alliance.
Timatang.
No.
No,
Come
that's
on.
stupid.
No.
You're stupid. What the heck?
And also, just so you guys know, like I said, we will still break down the news. There probably will be some more jokes next week, but we will
gonna
definitely
be
be
a
breaking
goober
down
week.
news. We will be doing some minor technical analysis because, like I said, I was the one this week who did technical analysis for that competition.
Well, it wasn't correct.
Pretty
technical
stink.
analysis.
Well, it was
Yeah, well, it
correct
wasn't
right
correct,
until
he said.
freaking Friday at 9:30. I'll tell you that right now.
Guys, this is gonna be a rough week.
Next week's gonna be good. Don't miss it. We'll have a lot of surprises also. Like with me and Smay running the show, you guys are gonna get a couple segments that are new that you're definitely not gonna want to miss. So that's all I have.
It's gonna be a goober week, guys. So
Guys, it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to this is going to be the longest I've had off since I started the YouTube channel 3.5 years ago. We just decided this yesterday, so it's going to be great. When we come back, guys, I'm going to give you a little bit of an announcement right here just in case you didn't know, which I know you don't know because I haven't brought it up yet. We are touring a new office, and I just put a letter of intent in on it. That is 3 times the size of our current office,
This is the first I heard of this.
and we're going to... You were at 3 of the tours, Smay.
Yeah, but I didn't know that you put in the letter.
Yeah, no, the letter of
Oh, yeah,
intent
the
was
letter's
put.
made
The
it.
letter of
Letter's
intent was put in yesterday.
Let's go.
So we are more than likely going to be moving into a new office within the next 8 weeks, and we're more than likely going to have new sets, new cameras, new content, new behind-the-scenes footage, new employees, new ways of bringing you guys high-quality educational content here on YouTube and across all of our social media platforms. So watch out for that. We are going to be gone for a week, but when we come back, I'm going to be gone anyway. We'll still be here. When we come back, we have some incredible developments that you're not going to want to miss, guys. Before we go, there's a couple things I want to plug because it is in our best practices, and if I don't, Smay's going to yell at me and be very mad. First things first, this channel is sponsored, as always, by Bybit. You can find the link for that down in the description box down below. By this point, you probably know what Bybit is. It's a fantastic leverage trading platform, and if you don't already have an account, I would encourage you to make one. You can find the link for that down below. It also does help to support this channel. And by the way, I mentioned this earlier, but I'm going to mention one more time. This channel is also brought to you by LuxAlgo. It's an indicator pack that helps you to predict what the market is going to do next. In fact, LuxAlgo predicted this correction. If you go and check it out, it actually did that. I can show you really quickly, Smay. Let me show them this. LuxAlgo predicted this pullback with a sell signal right here. Check that out. Boom. Listen to this indicator, guys. It's really good. You can find the link in the description box down below. 20% off at checkout with coupon code Jebb. And also make sure if you want to learn more about technical analysis and how to use things like LuxAlgo to sign up for the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy with the link in the description box down below. But that is going to do it for today's show. Before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.